Hello yogis, today's class is a slow flow. Option to have 2 blocks and a strap if you're a little bit tighter. We'll begin our class in extended child's pose. Bring your knees wide, big toes touching, and allow your forehead to fall toward the earth. Just begin your Ujjayi breath here. Taking nice deep inhales, filling up your belly all the way up into your lungs. And as you exhale, press all that stale air out with sound. And set your intention for your practice today. Really find a steady flow for your breath and maintain this rhythm throughout the class today. As you inhale, come to tabletop, stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Slowly begin to move through cat-cow. Inhale, arch your back, bring your gaze forward, broaden through your collarbones. Exhale, slowly tuck your tailbone and round the spine one vertebrae at a time. Your head is the last thing to drop. Inhale, slowly arch the spine. Exhale, tuck your tailbone and round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, slowly round. Inhale, come to neutral. Exhale, extend your left leg behind you and press into the top of your left foot. You should feel a nice stretch all the way through the back of your thigh. Keep your belly engaged here. Breath is steady. Slowly lift your left leg up. Keep the foot squared down toward your mat. The hips are as level as possible. And then slowly extend your right arm. Imagine a straight line of energy from your right fingertips to the sole of your left foot. Exhale, release. Begin to move through your cat-cow once more. Inhale, arch your back. Bring your gaze forward. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, round your spine one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Really take your time with these movements. Inhale, arch. Feel the entire body opening up here. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back to neutral. Exhale, extend your right leg back behind you. Press firmly into the top of your right toes. Your belly is engaged. Your breath is steady. Slowly lift your right leg up. Keep squaring your hips toward the earth. And then reach your left arm forward. And imagine that nice straight line of energy all the way from your left fingertips to the sole of your right foot. Exhale, slowly release. Come back to your extended child's pose. Come back to your intention that you set for practice. Inhale, rise to tabletop, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can pedal your feet out here for this first one. Your feet are hip width distance apart. Your wrists are at least shoulder width apart, with the fingers spread wide. Maybe you pedal out the feet, bending one knee and then the other. Maybe you inhale, lift onto the toes, and exhale, melt your heels. Any motions that feel good and appropriate for your body today, take those now. And on your next exhale, come back to your extended child's pose, knees wide, big toes touching, forehead toward the earth. Inhale to tabletop, tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, take a static downward facing dog. Melt your heels toward the earth. And imagine you're in a nice inverted V position here. Your back is as flat as possible. And with each inhale, feel your belly expand and fill up with air. And with each exhale, press all the stale air out and let go of anything that no longer serves you. Exhale, extended child's pose. These slow flows are an opportunity for you to really go deep within yourself, to find stillness. Inhale, rise to tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up and bend your knee, opening the hip here. And then square your hip back towards your mat. Square your shoulders. Keep that deep, steady breath. Exhale, lizard pose. Plant your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee to the earth. Your hands can be on blocks here if that's more comfortable for you. Your knee is stacked directly over your ankle. Broaden through your collarbones. Keep your head neutral. From here, come into a twist. Either use your right arm to press the right thigh open, gazing over your right shoulder, or reach that right arm up and back to clasp the left foot. You're rolling onto the outer edge of your right foot here, as long as you have no issues with the knee. And again, just make sure that that knee and ankle are in one straight line. Exhale, slowly release. Come back to your extended child's pose. Sit your hips back towards your heels. Inhale, rise to tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, bend your knee, open your hip. And then slowly begin to square your hip back toward the earth. Square your armpits. Exhale, lizard pose. Step the left foot to the outside of your left wrist. Lower your right knee down to the earth. Your hands can always be on blocks. You should feel a nice stretch through the front of your right thigh and through your left hamstring. Come into your twist. Either use the left hand to press the thigh open, gazing over your left shoulder, coming onto the outer edge of your left foot, or reach your left hand all the way back and clasp the top of your right foot. You can always use a strap here as well to grab hold of the foot. Soften your shoulders down and away from your ears while opening the chest. Exhale, slowly release, and make your way to extended child's pose. If you want a little more, you can bring your fingers together and gently place the thumbs on the back of your neck so that you feel a nice opening through the armpits, the triceps. Slowly release the fingers down to the earth. Inhale, come back through your tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg, bend your knee, open the hip. Keep engaging your left quadricep. Exhale, lizard pose. Plant your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee down to the earth. Stack your knee over your ankle. Breathe deep. Roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. Either bring that right hand to your thigh or reach back for your left foot. Open through your chest. Imagine that you're opening your heart up to love, joy. Exhale, release your right hand to the inside of your foot and then pull that right leg back, straighten through your right leg, half splits. Inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, half splits, straighten the right leg, flex your foot. Inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extended child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Bend your knee, open your hip. Engage your right quadriceps so that you really feel a nice stretch through the back of your right hamstring. Exhale, lizard pose. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lower your right knee down to the earth. Both hands are to the inside of your left foot or up on your blocks. Roll onto the outer edge of your left foot, coming into your twist. Whatever variation is accessible for your body. Exhale, slowly release. We'll take those funky half split variations. Exhale, straighten your left leg, pull the hips back, flex your left foot. Inhale, bend into your left knee, coming into lizard. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, lizard. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, lizard. Exhale, extended child's pose. Inhale, rise to tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. This time, keep the leg straight, point your toe, and allow the hip to open. You can allow your right shoulder to lift just a little. Exhale, lizard pose. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee down. Exhale, come into your twist. Right hand to the thigh or the top of your left foot. Exhale, slowly release, and bring your right foot between your hands. Tuck your left toes. Inhale, lift up so that your left leg is straight. Engage your core. You're up on your fingertips or your blocks. Keep your breath steady as you inhale, rise up to Crescent Lunge. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind you. And then inhale, open your chest and bring your gaze up. Keep bending your right knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, frame your right foot. Lower your left knee down to the earth. Inhale, come to a low lunge. Reach your arms to the sky. Soften your shoulders down and away from your ears. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, twist. Bring your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, slowly unwind. Reach your arms back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, point your toe. Keep both legs straight. You can allow your hips to open. Keep your breath nice and steady. Exhale, lizard pose. Step your left foot outside your left hand. Lower your right knee down. Roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. Come into your twist. Exhale, slowly release. Bring your left foot between your hands. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Stay high on your right toes. Keep your left knee bent at 90 degrees, stacking your knee over your ankle. Inhale, slowly rise up to your crescent lunge. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind you. Inhale, open your heart toward the sky. Bring your gaze up. Keep your breath steady. Exhale. Inhale, reach your arms back up. Exhale, frame your left foot, lower your right knee to the earth. Inhale, come into your low lunge. Soften your shoulders down and away from your ears. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, twist. Bring your right elbow outside your left thigh. Gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, slowly unwind. Reach your arms back to the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, slowly roll forward into your high plank. Keep your belly engaged. Nice straight line of energy from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Exhale, slowly lower your knees down and lower your belly all the way to the earth. Inhale, come into your baby cobra. Soften your shoulders down and away from your ears. Squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. And keep your head neutral here. Exhale, slowly release your forehead back to the earth. Inhale, come back to baby cobra. Exhale, slowly release. You can stick with that variation or bring your feet nice and wide. Scooch the hands back and inhale, lift up into a high cobra. Keep your elbows bent. Keep broadening through your collarbones. Exhale, slowly lower back down to your belly. Come into your extended child's pose. Come back to that intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. And come back to your slow and steady breaths. Inhale, rise to tabletop, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg, flex your foot and square your hips this time. Keep drawing the toes down toward the earth. Exhale, pigeon pose. Bring your right heel to the outside of your left hip. Extend your left leg straight back behind you. You can always have a block underneath your right hip if you need it here. Keep squaring yourself forward. Sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, slowly begin to fold forward. You can come down to your elbows, your blocks, or you can rest your forehead on the earth. Just listen to your body here and take your time. There's absolutely no rush. Inhale, slowly look forward. Exhale, crawl your fingertips back. We'll come into double pigeon. Parallel your right shin toward the front of your mat, and then stack your left ankle on top of your right knee. You can always have a block between the left knee and the right ankle if you need it. If you glance down, you should see a nice triangle between your thighs. And either stay here, sitting up nice and tall, if this is enough for your body, or you can begin to crawl your fingertips forward, maybe bringing your forehead to a block, maybe bringing your elbows to the earth. Wherever you're at in this posture, just listen to your body. If you're folding forward, slowly crawl your fingertips back and take the left heel to the outside of your left hip. Bring the right foot to the inner thigh. Stay here sitting up nice and tall, or you can begin to lower back, maybe just leaning back slightly, maybe coming onto your elbows, or lowering all the way to the earth. But you want to make sure that your left knee is not popping up off the ground here. If the left knee begins to lift back out of the posture, if you feel any pain in your left knee, make your way out of the posture. There should be no pain or tension here in this pose. Inhale, slowly press yourself back up if you're lying back. And then come back into a pigeon pose with a right foot in front. We're going to set ourselves up for mermaid. So bend your left knee and reach back with the left hand for the top of your foot. Just keep pressing that left heel in towards your bum. You can stay right here, or you can take mermaid pose, hooking your left elbow around the left foot, reaching your right arm up and clasping your fingertips. And then square yourself toward the front of your mat, pressing your right cheek into your right arm. Breathe deep. You can always do this posture with a strap as well. And then slowly and gently release. Come into your downward facing dog. You can stay here in downward facing dog, or if you want to take a vinyasa, a flow, you'll inhale, come forward to high plank. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, flex your foot, square your hips. Keep dialing your toes down. Exhale, Pigeon Pose. Bring your left heel outside the right hip. Extend your right leg straight back behind you. Square yourself over that left leg. Again, sit up nice and tall. You can always have a block under the left hip if you'd like. And then slowly fold forward, either come down onto your blocks or your elbows. Or if you have the flexibility, you can begin to bring your forehead toward the earth. And again, take your time here. With each inhale, see if you can find length in your spine. And with each exhale, see if you can fold just a little deeper. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, slowly crawl your fingertips back. Come into double pigeon. Bring your left shin parallel and stack your right ankle on top of your left knee. Again, you can always have a block between the right knee and the left ankle. You should have a nice triangle between your thighs, and your shins should be stacking directly on top of one another. You can stay here, sitting up nice and tall if this is enough for you. Or you can begin to fold forward, crawling your fingertips out, maybe bringing your elbows to the earth. Wherever you are at in this posture, just find steadiness and ease in your breath. If you were folding forward, slowly crawl your fingertips back and take that right heel to the outside of your right hip and bring the left foot to the inner thigh. And again, you should feel no tension in the knee. You can sit up nice and tall, or you can begin to lower down onto your elbows or onto the earth. Just ensure that if the right knee starts to lift, you back out of the posture. If you have any pain, back out of the posture. Inhale, slowly rise up. We'll prepare for Mermaid on the left side. Come back into Pigeon Pose with the left leg in front. Bend your right knee and reach back for the top of your foot with your right hand. Keep bringing your right heel in towards your bum. You can stay right here working this variation, or you can hook your right elbow around the top of the right foot and reach your left arm up and back to clasp the right fingertips. Square yourself back toward the front of your mat and press your left cheek into your left arm. Breathe deep. Slowly and gently release. Come back to your downward facing dog. Stay in downward facing dog or take a flow inhale to plank Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step to Ragdoll at the center of your mat, feet hip-width distance apart. Grab your elbows. Allow your head to hang. Release any tension in your upper body. Bend your knees and make your way all the way down onto your bum. Straighten your legs. Flex through your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, reach toward your shins or your toes. Fold forward. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, roll all the way down onto your back and set yourself up for bridge pose here. Bring your heels in toward your bum, hip-width distance apart. Plant your hands outside your hips. The back of your head stays planted on your mat. Inhale, slowly lift up one vertebrae at a time. Maybe interlace your fingers and shrug your shoulders under you, only if that feels good and appropriate for your body. Keep the breath nice and steady. Exhale, slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Extend your arms and your legs straight. Point the toes. Reach your arms up. And then bring your arms out to a cactus or a T. Inhale, bend your knees 90 degrees. And exhale, drop your knees over to the right. And bring your gaze over your left shoulder for a simple supine twist. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. Exhale, drop your knees over to the left and gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Take a breath. And then release into your Shavasana. Turn your palms toward the sky. Allow your feet to turn out. And take up as much space as possible. Feel your entire body being supported by the earth here. And allow yourself to completely rest and let go. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Reach your arms up overhead and point your toes for a full body stretch. Gently hug your knees into your chest and pause here for a moment. Gently roll onto either side in the fetal position using your arm as a pillow. And take your time, there's no rush. Gently press your way up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your heart, bow your head slightly. Thank yourself for coming to your mat today. The divine in me honors the divine in you. Namaste.